Look at the size of that thing!
It's coming right for us!
It's not stopping! Brace for impact!
The tablet's glitching! It's not extinct!
My god, it's massive!
It's coming right
This video is a concept
Back up!
explain video
Outta here!
of the movies.
trying! It's not responding!
Movie starting in the 7 km below the surface in the Pacific Ocean, and there is the no sunlight ever the reach in the pressure crushing in the darkness. Absolute death is something in the Asians. Something embarrassing in the something I just woke up.
It's circling back!
Dive deeper now!
This is a concept survival horror movie, and that is the like Mag 3, The Trench. Today I am break down the full story is the concept movies bit by bit, and that is visible in the blockbusters like movies. The year of the 2031 is the climate change and the push in the world in the ocean in the chaos is the massive underwater landslide and the meteors and the Ethiopians and the happen more than the frequency. And the Dr. Ellis West in the brain in the hunting in the marine biologics that think is a mix of the survival way in the teletoy. Led in the cutting edge explain the award in the reach in the vessel is the nexus. There the mission decided not only in the discover in the Culling Trench is the deepest and the more mysterious that the Marina Trench. There the treasure in the revolver in the somber side in the coal in the opens in the but in the materials is the pressure resistant in the metallic that is the armor that explain sonic weapons. The Captain Marks has in the Grizzle in the ex-Navy lost the brother in the prevented in the deep sea accident. Dr. Michael is the journey is the have in the trench hold is the answer in the reveal in the climate change. Lieutenant Kiara is the top in the Marina in the Security Pacific. Is a young engineer too in the optimize in the look is the live stream everything. That is the mysterious corporate observer is the Mr. Lang is the clearly hidden in the over is the finding in the company the other is the dynamic. On the day 3 is the diving reach in the 6800 meters, and this is the open hand discovered the something impossible massive Pacific in the pressurized think city like is made of the ordinary material. No coral, no rock is something in the biological veins plus the cross to the getting symbolistic.
Perfect. This is
This is the shake in the trench is the huge mutate in the pocket explore.
biomass right at the vent. The O2
Is the
anomaly
14-meter long
spiking. It's alive.
creature is the not in the mega London but is something
We have to report
far
this.
worse. That is a hybrid
Changes
pattern
everything.
involved with the total insulate in the million of the year. Scientists is the call it is the Titan's abuse in the college is the eel like the MNT is the mirror in the plates.
Confirmed, holding steady.
The six growing eyes is the end in the jaw in the empathy like in the shake in the intention in the hunt in the fact, and that is the accelerate just walk in the entire colony.
It's getting closer. I need to contact the team.
That is the open hand the damage in the communities within the surface is the cut. There is the trap in the bottom of the world in the mysteries is the scene humans, and that is the conceit that prayers. That is the real nightmares begin. That is the creature ram in the sub light thickens whole strategy in the top in the 62% they the manage height in the instant in the Asian's organic sculpture that is a turn into the lame in the explosion in the giant biological dome built by the excited civilization, and they try to The control
Okay,
that is the
final
beast.
checks. You're clear for the descent.
Inside there, the
All
find the
systems
horrible divines
Remember,
is the
watch your
friends
oxygen mix,
like
no
the remain.
deviations.
Understood. Launching.
In the
now.
mix there is
luck.
the creature bones. They think has been the forever constantly surface during the past extensions is the event. Survival became everything. They lost the first crew member, then the try and express to the external trusted, and thus the spike is the lighting from the dark doing himself in the darkness. His scare in the cause from the cause. Dr. Voss realized the creature attached to the sound in the electromagnetic field that is the silent, but the openness is the need to the power of the escape. Tense in the explore in the captain hears want to the fight and locks is reveal in the know about the creature is want to the weapon is the reaches is the ability happen. If the pulse is the basic element in the reveal the dozen of small still 15-meter javelin in the something in the like the shake. That is the mark of the deeper run the abandoned mining that is the sink over and thus using the temperature is the fortress. That is the mostly intense sequence and the zero gravity fight intense in the floating that is the titan of the air surface
Kane,
and the
final
sea in the
checks. You're clear
public.
for the descent.
Right discover into
All systems green.
the
Remember,
Frankies
watch
in
your
the
oxygen
calm
mix,
into the
no
beach.
deviations.
Understood. Launching now.
Good luck.
With the only three survival in the left, death is the last blend to the open in the bite. Overloaded track in a massive sonic explosion, and that is the collapse part of the trench is the big shark in the water. That is the nightmare scare in the Asian battle has the hunting on the surface in the small. This is the final minute of the movies that is the alternate. Is the brutal case is the underwater in the ruin. This is the hand to hand is the combat. Total darkness. It is the only way the emergency escape in the domestic scene. Elena, but that is impossible chaos save the data in the climax. Disaster and the save in the remaining in the crew.
Look at that anomaly.
Explosion that the floating in the comparative in the jaw dropping visual that is the alpha bursting through the underwater cliff. Mouth opening, his eyes glowing blood red. That is the climax explained the damage openings that in the alpha mouth destroy in the reef. The trench sink in the massive island burning in the most of the creatures. The only enemy is the one of the survival made to the surface and the emergency pod has the breakthrough to the wave in the breathing fresh air for the first time in the day. They want to do something terrifying that is the distant another massive shadow movie that the underwater healing in that is the mainland. Final line of the Elena the strength of the ocean is the we did not kill the nightmare, we just let it out. Screen fade in the black in the shadow in the dynamic is the brain in the explode. This is the concept of the everything modern Hollywood survival blockbuster needed that is the capabilitation in the jaw dropping VFX, the monster strong in the female lead and the moral damage, the brittle of the Max style at the top of the fan is the real horror. This is the perfect for the release in the IMAX underwater sequence that is the part of the full dialogue reel in the narrative.